Introducing first, from Riot City, weighing in at 180 pounds, Sicend!
And welcome to this week's episode of Fight Pro Wrestling. I'm Mike Valentine, joined here by none other than Jason Heath.
That's right, I am the spring in your step, your hero, Jason Heath, sitting next to your recurring case of gout, Mike Valentine. And get ready for the most important single 30 minutes of your week. You know it's true, ain't nothing to be ashamed of. We are here for you. Fight Pro Wrestling.
His opponent, from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 180 pounds, Jaden Miller!
In our opening contest here, we have Jaden Miller going up against the leader of Riot City himself, Sicend.
So when we last saw Jaden Miller, it was about 3 weeks ago, just under a month ago, as Jaden Miller answered Ricky Reyes' challenge and was systematically decimated by the Cuban Crippler. Then Ricky Reyes called out yet another opponent because he wanted more competition, and that ended up being his tag team partner and fellow Riot City trainee, Steve Gaspard. Ricky Reyes made short work of both men, and Riot City came out before he could take out any more of their students, except that then 2 weeks ago, before a scheduled match between Sicend and Ricky Reyes, Ricky came out and destroyed the knee of Sicend. He's back only 2 weeks later, and I'm not sure just how well his knee is going to hold up.
Jumping leg lariat by Sicend there, and you do have a point there. It's only been 2 weeks, and we did see he had to get carted out of this arena here. So you do have to wonder exactly what's going on with that knee. And obviously he's using Jaden Miller right now as his crash test dummy.
No, I think it's more like
Kick out at 2.
Yeah, I think it's more like Sicend wanted to give Jaden an opportunity to go up against his trainer, to give him some respect for having gone up against Ricky Reyes, and to show Reyes what a real challenge competition looks like going up against somebody. Now, this is a student versus teacher match. It's unlikely that Jaden will be able to pull off the upset, but anything is possible here in Fight. This is a chance for Sicend to see just how far his students have come, and a chance for Sicend to see just how far his knee has come.
Jaden Miller with a chin breaker there off the ropes, hard clothesline, brings down Sicend.
Now, Ricky Reyes is not here today, which is much to Riot City's most wanted chagrin. They wanted to get some revenge. After Ricky Reyes took out Sicend's knee, he went up against an unprepared Mac Mayhem and managed to pull the ropes in order to get a victory over Mac Mayhem. Sicend is back specifically.
Going for the cover there, kick out at 2. Sicend trying to get the audience behind him here. Both men slow to their feet, creating some distance. Jaden Miller, that hard forearm smash into the corner.
Yeah, you can see that grimace on Sicend's face. He really is using that knee a lot, but you can tell I think he's trying to push it a little extra, kind of trying to prove to himself and to Ricky Reyes that the cover, just one, that his knee is able to do anything he needs it to do, whether to land on it or to kick someone in the face with it.
Very slow and methodical Sicend today, actually. Usually we're used to him all over the ring, moving a lot faster than this. You do have to wonder if his knee's playing a factor in that.
This is a good opportunity to see what other kind of game plan Sicend can bring instead of having to do the flying. Jaden picks him up and a slam. This is Jaden's first real opportunity on offense here. Let's see what he's got in mind. And he's not above using the knee as well. 1, 2, and Sicend kicks out. In our main event today, as you heard before, we have a tag team contest as Bobby Shields and Ernie Osiris go up against Tanner Reynolds, the Fight champion, and Corey Bush. Last week, Tanner Reynolds managed to pull out a victory against Ernie Osiris. No one specifically interfered, but there was a lot of outside eventfulness, one might say, and so Fight Management has decided to give Ernie Osiris a shot. He and Bobby Shields will go up against that tag team today, and if they pull out the victory, Ernie Osiris will receive a return match for the Fight Championship.
Jaden Miller with a hard kicks to the stomach there.
Yeah, 2 weeks is not a lot of time to come back from the kind of injuries Sicend. There we go, 2. Sicend suffered at the hands of Ricky Reyes. He wanted to be back in this ring as quickly as possible. He really pushed his rehab, but you can see it's really hurting him.
Sicend with that discus elbow off the ropes. And Jaden able to catch him in an atomic drop. Off the ropes, double foot stomp to the chest, goes for the cover, does not hook a leg.
Kind of shades of his mentor there, though. That's the kind of move you expect to see from Sicend, to see exactly what kind of influence he's had in his student. Jaden Miller is looking good in there today. Both men battling back to their feet. Jaden Miller gets there just a little bit quicker than Sicend. You can tell that Sicend's trying to balance on that rope. That leg is just not holding perfectly well right now. Gets kicked to the head.
Jaden Miller with that running drop kick. And you can see it knocked Sicend kind of senseless there.
Yeah, I think Sicend may have come back a little too early. He really wants to get in that ring with Ricky Reyes. He really wants to have that return match. And that's going to be fueling him a ton in this competition.
Well, we've seen this before. Cutter off the center. Goes for the cover. And Sicend able to get the win.
Game showing by Jaden Miller.
Here is your winner, Sicend!
A Sicend not at 100% is still a world-class competitor. A strong victory here to show Ricky Reyes that he is back, and you know that the next match that he is ready for is that match that he had scheduled to go up against the Cuban Crippler.